Good morning, everybody. Grab your coffee. This is going to be a barn burner. We are going to be talking about Palantir. Palantir announces a new partnership with HERTZ. You heard that right. HERTZ Rentals. Palantir is absolutely freaking slaying it. I am getting more and more confident going into the earnings on November 7th. Before the market opens, I will be filming it live. Today, I want to talk a little bit about HERTZ, and then I want to talk a little bit about some other things happening in the Palantir verse. Before I go any further, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend. He got some information from the doctor and he's dealing with some shit. I'm gonna call my friend Mr. S. If you guys can do me a favor and just give him best wishes down below in the comments. He watches all of my videos and he reads all of the comments. That would be superb and just a really, really nice thing to do. I would do it for anybody that asked me. If you guys are ever dealing with anything and you want a shout out for myself, if I can help, why not? Let me go right into the article and just keep in mind, Palantir is for everybody. Palantir is working with HERTZ, not Wejo, but Palantir is working with HERTZ. Palantir does have a SPAC called Wejo, which has the AI data analytics or just analytical data that they actually have like 20 times more data collected than Tesla. This is not a Wejo deal. This is a Palantir deal with HERTZ. You want to know how Palantir got this deal? Probably because they invested in a company like Wejo. Wejo uses Palantir Foundry, and HERTZ sees the applicability of using Palantir Foundry for their data analytics. Let me read you the quick article. HERTZ partners with Palantir to drive operational excellence and enhance customer experience. HERTZ and Palantir, a leader building of operating systems for the modern enterprise, today announced a multi-year partnership to help drive operational excellence at HERTZ and enhance the customer's experience using real-time data-driven insights. This investment is part of HERTZ's ongoing commitment to modernize its technology platforms to lead its electrification, shared mobility, and digital-first customer experience. Guys, if you didn't remember, during COVID, HERTZ literally went bankrupt. They got themselves out of bankruptcy, and this is like a freaking Cinderella story. If I'm not mistaken, they also bought a shit ton of Tesla cars for their HERTZ lineup. And they're probably going to end up being one of the premier rental cars that survives this next generation. It's going to be freaking crazy. And I quote, "Technology is an important lever to stay ahead of ever-evolving consumer expectations and a key enabler for our strategy to deliver world-class service," said Tim Langley-Hawthorne, Chief Information Officer at HERTZ. And I quote, "Our partnership with Palantir enables us to harness our data in innovative new ways that will get our customers on the road more quickly, improve our cost structure, and reduce the complexities of operating a large fleet." That was the partnership that I was talking about earlier in this video with Tesla, electrification, less fossil fuel, better productivity, less insurance, less preemptive measures so that there's going to be less breakage for the cars, things like that, wear and tear, build up a database, understand who your clients are, better accommodate them. This all comes into play with technology at the end of the day. How quickly you can process the data, how efficiently you can process that data, and how much you can make that data applicable in real-world usage. HERTZ is using the Palantir Foundry operating system to create a platform that will help the company more efficiently manage and operate its fleet of nearly 500,000 vehicles. That's 500,000, guys. I know you knew that, but it sounds a lot better when I say 500,000 as opposed to 500,000, which includes tens of thousands of EVs. The platform will provide vehicle availability insights based on rental status, service orders, locations, and registration data to create a single source of truth that algorithmically makes the best use of assets to decrease out-of-service vehicles. Guys, this is the first time I'm reading this article. As always, I like to give you like blind reactions. When I say something before I read the article and that article reiterates what I'm saying, this shows me, hey, my train of thought is correct. And I'm basing my train of thought of everything that I know about Palantir and everything that I know about business. Not that I'm a Warren Buffett and I'm some, whiz kid when it comes to business. I just know a little bit. And I'm glad that articles reiterate my train of thought because maybe I'm onto something and maybe Palantir is the big bout it winner. and Palantir is going to make us a shit ton of money. Now, of course, I can't guarantee that. That's not financial advice, purely entertainment and education. But while you're here listening to me, give me the like, share, subscribe. And I do have a link down below to Webull if you guys want 12 free stocks. While you're here, why not get some free stock? Back to the article. All of which will significantly reduce operating costs and help customers get on the road faster. In the early stages of implementation, Hertz has already seen a reduction in time from vehicle purchase to rent to a decline in out-of-service rates through predictive fleet operations. Now, I don't know if you've ever done a rental car where you take let's say one time I was in where was I? Like Aruba. And I ordered myself a convertible Mustang or maybe Florida, something like that. And they always say this car or like, and they ended up giving me a freaking convertible Wrangler. I said, how the F is a convertible Wrangler, which is like bullshit convertible, the same as a Mustang? So I hope that using Palantir Foundry would make sure that this doesn't happen because they know exactly what vehicles they have in real time. And I think the reason why this happens of this car or the like is because they can't take into account in real time when something comes in or out, and they can't take into account wear and tear of that particular vehicle. So I think this is going to solve that. If you guys understand what I'm talking about, do you remember the Seinfeld episode where Jerry pre-ordered a car? When he goes to the rental agency, they don't have his car. Same thing happened to me, and same thing happens to everybody. And I quote, "We are beyond excited to work alongside Hertz to make the most of their sizable fleet and once again show the impact of data and operations to influence key business objectives," said Shyam Shankar, Chief Operating Officer at Palantir. Hertz has shown their continued commitment to being an innovator in the market, including their industry-leading focus on electric mobility, and we're proud to help them along with their path to digital transformation. We knew Palantir was working with Hertz before this article came out because of all the amazing links. Shout out to my man Ether Squared. Shout out to the Palantir Discord for sure. I have a link down below to the Palantir Discord. Show them some love. There's a lot of information there. It seems like what they're doing for Hertz is exactly what they did with two of their startups. Wejo, which is an AI data driven sensor for cars, right? Where you get real-time information from the car, wear and tear, road conditions, so on and so forth. And then there's a EV charging station. I believe a SPAC is called Triturium, something like that, also invested by Palantir. So this is kind of the culmination of investing in the SPACs. And if anybody can't see why Palantir invested in the SPACs, I told you, Palantir is for everybody under the sun. It is not just for this or this. It's literally for all people. It's literally for all businesses. It's literally for all branches of the government, private, public, and government. Palantir is useful for all. And the way they show this is through the SPAC investments. Whether the SPAC is going to be profitable, whether the SPAC is going to be successful, irrelevant to a point. The relevance is you can apply Palantir Foundry to any market and sub-market. That's what's important here. Guys, I don't know how big this contract is going to be, but absolutely I love hearing things like this. And as I said, I am as bullish as possible. I am as bullish as ever when it comes to Palantir. If you like Palantir at $40, $30, $20, $10, how the F are you not going to absolutely salivate at Palantir at around $8? Look, you might not think that Palantir is going to go to a new all-time high anytime soon, but are you trying to say that Palantir should not be valued at around $20 a share? Are you trying to say that it shouldn't double up from here? It's not worth $16. It's not worth a $30 billion valuation, keeping America safe, keeping America's allies safe, real world applicability, and a proof of concept to a proof of action. And now there's just applicability of that proof of action, right? The concept is Palantir, right? Palantir Foundry, let's say, for example. The proof of action is Palantir Foundry being used in the SPACs that are invested in through Palantir because they use Palantir Foundry. Well, then you have the concept, then you have action that actually works. And now you have the actual applicability. People are actually using Palantir for its intended use. What is that intended use? Everything. I know I sound crazy, but literally everything. Palantir is across many different sectors of business. Eventually, I think it's going to be across all sectors of business. And I do mean all, A-L-L, all. Thank you so much. Give me the likes, give me the shares, give me the subscribe. And if you have a business that you want to promote, I do have this thing right here where you can put up your logo over here. Maybe you have an e-commerce business, maybe you have a shipping business, something that you want to promote. Let me know right now, a clothing line, whatever it is. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.